Hi, you guys. What? Oh, are we just embracing the trash in the back? Also, I don't know what happened with my wing liner. Okay, I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. And usually I do it more straight. I don't know. I'm going for the look of probably concerning to your grandmother. That's the kind of look I'm like kind of going for today. And my shirt is from Walmart. Yippee. So today we're going to be talking about beauty society. I'm going through this list, you guys. I am trucking as one does. And I have discovered after doing my last video, I really need to have my outlines. If I do not have my outlines, it is going to take longer to film a simple video, and I'm not going to know what my talking points are, and I'm going to get lost in the sauce. So let's get right into this one. As the name suggests, this is an MLM that sells skincare, hair care, and fragrance. And this company was founded in 2004. So it's not quite a dinosaur, but it's pretty old. It's a 20-year-old company, and it's not on and popping, I guess. I guess it's really just not on my radar until whenever someone suggested it to me. And then now that I'm making this video, this company was founded by Janine Lauren, and this MLM calls their reps advisors. You know, some companies call their, I think Seint calls their reps artists, and distributors isn't really a fun and cool name, so why would you call it like it is when you can just call something else to disguise it better? Some companies do call them affiliates, but a lot of MLMs will have a affiliate stream now, so you don't have to build a team, and the MLM sphere. And also, you can't tell that my makeup doesn't look super duper pale on camera, which is so great. In real life, it's literally my skin color, the Maybelline one that looks like a that's the best foundation I've ever found. Okay. The boasts for this company are that they have biodegradable packaging for some of their products. It's women and family owned. I'd be interested in the dynamic of leadership there, because sometimes with these companies you can have more men in power than women and still call it women owned, but the general public is going to think, oh, women owned. You think women run and women are in charge and women, and it's not always like that. So use your skepticism even when it's not an MLM when you hear the phrase women owned. I think the biggest products that this company likes to push and brag about is their ingestible skincare, like hyaluronic acid. Yeah, I bet you didn't know you could ingest that in a powder form. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just apply it straight to my face in a serum form. So right away when I was clicking around the website trying to gather research for this video, the same gosh darn 20% off pop-up popped up every time I navigated to another page. And if you guys are familiar with my shallow dives, I like to do a little opinion section on how I feel the website is. I know that my website is not super amazing, but it is better than Bella Fizz's. I think we all have to admit that to ourselves. The cheapest product that you can buy from Beauty Society is a pumice stone for $8, but you can go to Walmart and get a probably equally as decent, at least to get the job done, pumice stone for $2.17, and you don't have to go talk to anyone to do it, because you can take your little happy butt there, pick it up. You literally could pay in quarters if you wanted to. Go to self-checkout, put your quarters in the machine and buy it. You literally could do that instead of going through a rep, having a whole conversation, and have them harass you every month to buy their ingestible skincare, because these reps aren't going to push a foot scrubby. They're going to push the more expensive products that they make more money on. And the most expensive product you can buy is actually what they call the ultra age defying starter regimen. So if we take a look at some of the ingredients in the infused skin treatment, one of the supplements, I know that a lot of crunchy people would have a problem with these ingredients. While I feel like I have distanced myself from the extreme end of the spectrum of crunchies, I still know that a lot of them are not going to appreciate some of these ingredients, and I wrote some of them down so I wouldn't forget. Natural flavors, that's like one of the number one things that crunchy people look for, that and dyes. These don't have dyes, but you get the idea. Cyanocobalamin, cyanocobalamin, cyanocobalamin.
Cyanobalamin.
Okay, she's a smart girl. And citric acid, because a lot of country people have a problem with their understanding that it's created out of mold. So that could be a problem for crunchy people. If you're a crunchy person, you are here on my channel, or you're scrunchy, or you're silky, whatever, you might want to think if this will be the kind of product for you, because you might have a problem with it if you already have problems with these ingredients. So I think you should do your own research on what you feel like is best for you and your family, and also your wallets after watching this video. I hope with this video to arm you with maybe a different perspective if you are caught up in the ooh shiny of finding a product you feel like is really going to work for you, and offer you some perspective, because I think it's important if you're making decisions, especially if you're thinking of joining these as a rep, you need to have a more grounded thought process. Especially if you are caught up in the ooh shiny, you need to have that grounded. So at least if you make your decision and you follow the ooh shiny and you join the company in the ooh shiny, you still can say, you know what, I did know better and I made my choice. So for this $84.50 cream, you don't get that much, number one. Number two, it's not like full of organic ingredients, which I feel like might actually warrant the price point. And here's something that I caught when I was reading it. At first, it says serum, and then it says mousse, but it looks just like a regular schmegular cream. What is it? What is it? Because customers and distributors who are joining for the first time will probably feel misled when they open it up, and it could be the opposite of the texture they were expecting. So if I think serum, I'm thinking something more watery. And if I'm hearing mousse, I'm thinking something pillowy, but not quite a lotion texture. So all of those things are different, and you guys need to figure it out. If you're watching this video and you work for Beauty Society, please figure out the wording there, because what are people actually supposed to expect here? Now, you could say it's a serum mousse, but that doesn't make any sense. You could say that it is a serum moisturizer or a lotion serum. Something like that might be nice and a little bit more straightforward and less misleading. And that way, you know, if it's a combination of two words, it's going to be a combination of two textures, not a surprise after you've spent $84.50. I would appreciate some clarity for that price point. Overall, I found the packaging to be pretty nice, pretty decent, and pretty consistently so throughout the website. Some products I find to be kind of unnecessary, like a pumice stone. I can't imagine as a distributor you'd really be pushing that one, because you're not going to be making much out of a product like that in an MLM, typically anyways. But would it be an MLM if they didn't have a pathetic range of foundations and concealers? If it's an MLM, it's almost like a hallmark of MLM to be completely exclusive to anyone of the deeper skin tones. What is wrong with these companies? I'm really asking. I don't want to make accusations, but it's so irritating making these videos time and time again, or anytime I look into these companies with poor foundation ranges. Why are you excluding people with deeper skin tones? Why is that? What BS corporate blah, blah, blah do you have to explain that away? Honestly, what's going on? I don't know why today's the day I'm like actually upset about it, but I am. Do better. This is pathetic. So basically, if you have a skin tone that doesn't fit these 6 shades, you don't get a concealer at this company. Sorry, you don't get a concealer. Oh, and if you don't fit these pathetic shades for these several different foundations, you don't get foundation from this company. Sorry. Imagine being a person of a deeper skin tone and you don't get to have a foundation and or a concealer, but you want to represent the company. Imagine that. Imagine that. As a white person, not really something I've had to concern myself with. But I'm also aware, unlike these MLMs, that other people exist too. other people who don't just look like me. And I don't want to sit here and take the reins anymore on that discussion. So if you are a person who literally is any darker than me, please chime in. Please chime in and take us for a ride. Upon further clicking around this website, I thought I would look at like things like terms of service, the agreements you sign to become a rep, and their return policy and exchanges. So overall, I felt like the return and exchange policy was pretty fair. The only thing I don't like is that, and that's under the assumption that it's hassle-free to make it happen. That I'm assuming, I'm giving them benefit of the doubt there. Not that I should, but that's what we're going to do for conversation's sake. I don't like that they don't pay for return shipping or exchange shipping. I think it would be best practice if MLMs did that, because that can make or break somebody's decision to exchange for maybe a product they feel like would work better for them, or return something because they're not happy about it. I think paying for the return, especially in an MLM, because these MLMs I feel are a lot of times very greedy, and they do have the money to make better websites, make better packaging, make better decisions, have a better return and exchange policy. So I'm glad that they do have a pretty open window. I just would love to see if they could pay for returns or exchanges, because I think that's just a customer service thing that would be putting the right step forward and actually make a difference in the MLM community. Like, I know we can't sit here and hope for them to be held accountable and maybe in the ways we think we should be, they should be. I know we can't really hope for them to be held accountable in the ways that we think they should be necessarily, but I think we can push for some amount of change, and I think this would be a big one. And I think actually it would be a bigger thing that an MLM could actually brag that they differ from other MLMs. Usually it's microscopic, insignificant changes if you've actually compared your MLM to other ones. I found several things that I wanted to discuss in the agreement you sign when you become a rep. Now, they do go back and forth saying rep or affiliate, and it's a little bit confusing because are you a rep or an affiliate? And they go back and forth on some things that I'm just not clear on. So let's start with my first point. There's a monthly $9.99 fee that you're paying. And does that come with product every month, or are you just paying that so you can get your paycheck? Oh, you're just paying that so you can be considered active. And does that come with a back office? Hello, I would have loved some more clarity with that. I don't think you should have to join or ask a rep to find information like that. Number 7 was really interesting to me. So I'm going to put it on the screen so you can read it while I'm talking, but does this mean that they can't take some samples of products to, like, if their friend was the salon, are they not allowed to take some samples to the salon to have people to try? Are they not allowed to sell it if they're at the salon because they work there and they mention it to someone and they get that person to buy the product? Are they not allowed to do that? And who enforces this anyway? Like, who's going to tell and who's going to know? Here's something that threw up probably one of the biggest red flags when I was looking at this company. You have to agree that it's not an MLM. As an affiliate, not an advisor. We have affiliate, advisor. What is it? Which is it? I would love some more clarity from these companies in general, but especially this one, because it seems to be going a lot of a lot of conflicting language. Is this just for an affiliate branch of the company that they have, and the reps who are recruiting people to sell with them, are they supposed to lie and say it's not an MLM? That's an MLM. If you have somebody join your team and that person has people join their team, and if you make money off of this person and the person below them, that's an MLM. So if that's not what's going on here, then we have something to discuss. Why would you even need to put that in the agreement? Do you want your reps to be misleading, or do you understand the damage of having an MLM company and you want to distance yourself from that, but you're still an MLM? So that's deceptive. So number 11, you can't recruit once you get to the legacy level. And I'm assuming that's because now you're an official top boss babe and they don't want you recruiting for another company. That's what the reading says to me. And this part where they say affiliate, so does that mean you can't even be an affiliate for A non-MLM company, like if you wanted to have a liquid IV link, what? That's ridiculous. And to me, that is absolutely pushing it. Now, I'm used to seeing non-competes of all kinds when it comes to MLM. Seeing it, if this is what I'm picking up, you can't be affiliated with any other company at all. That's what it's saying to me. I'm not quite sure. But that's ridiculous. That's absolutely pushing it. I don't think they have the grounds to do that unless they're supplying these people with free product. That's the only way I could make it make sense in my head. And you have to acknowledge that it's not an MLM. But in number 11, it seems to confirm that it's an MLM. It's giving doublespeak, which is a common cult tactic. It's giving doublespeak. Also, something I just thought was funny is you can't be in jail and be a rep for this company. Anyone else is fair game, though. So number 5 with their non-disparagement, it seems like you can criticize the company, but not publicly. Otherwise, that can be like violating the agreement. And I'm not even sure you can do it within your team either. And that's pretty controlling. I think you should be able to criticize it. Like the company that just shut down that I just did a shallow dive when I'm filming this like a month ago. Herbery Farms, yeah, that one is closing its MLM sphere, which is crazy because they're a new MLM and they're already cutting out the middleman, which is the reps. I wonder why that is. And like we saw with other companies like Rodan and Fields, they expressed their disappointment that the MLM was closing its MLM sphere because these people are just going to lose their income. And for a lot of people, that might not matter. They're going to lose their extra $50 or they're going to have to stop pouring money into a bottomless pit. Oh no. Oh no, whatever will they do? But for the top boss babes, yeah, greatly concerning. And number 6, honestly, it was giving mandated reporter, but for MLM beauty products. So if you want to join this company, you can do so for $59 and you will get an array of sample-sized products to try from. If I was going to join them, which I would never do, but companies like this, I can see why people kidnap and just join to sample some products, even if they don't end up ordering anything else. I can kind of see why they would do that because this one has a really wide array of their products that you can try. You get a little bit of something from a lot of the bigger products. Oh, and you get a coupon. Woohoo. So if you like this video, give it a little like-see poo. If you have commentary to share with the class, leave it down below. And if you super like this video, share it with your besties because guess what? I think we can get to 2K by the end of the year. Okay, my channel has had a slow but steady growth, which is nice, but I think 2K would be kind of a cool number. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. What are you doing? And make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.